Well, in other crazy news, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, folks, please do so. You are supporting an American patriot. I love this country, and we need to get conservative thought and ideas out there to new viewers. You have the DOJ suing Tennessee to reverse ban on trans treatments for minors. I, honest to God, have no idea why you'd want to be involved with the Democrat Party for a litany of reasons, but you have a party and a president in office that is for mutilating children, and now when they banned it in Tennessee, the Department of Justice, the Biden administration is for this, by the way. I understand this, they're separated, but they are for this 100%. I'll go a step further in just one moment. But they're for mutilating children. They want to trans your kids. They're all for this stuff. If you ask somebody, I don't know, like 10 years ago, hey, are you for lopping off a child's genitals at like the age of 8 and giving them puberty blockers and hormone enhancers? You'd be like, what the hell's wrong with you? That's insane. Or somebody said 15 years ago, hey, I'm a biological male, but I think I'm a woman. I'd be like, something's wrong with you. In the same way that somebody was like, I see dead people. I see somebody talking to me right now. I can actually see somebody talking to me, like somebody's schizophrenic or something like that, like they're hearing voices and weird stuff. You wouldn't enable that, right? You'd be like, oh yeah, Al, no, that's right. Yeah, oh, you see him? Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that person's really there. I see them too, which you don't because the person's schizophrenic. Oh, I hear them too. Yeah, I hear what they're saying. You don't sit there and indulge that with somebody. You go, hey, you need help. You need some big time help. That person's telling me to do something freaky and scary or something evil. You'd be like, whoa, you need to seek help. But for some reason, when somebody goes, well, outside, I'm a man, but internally, I'm a woman, somehow we're supposed to enable that. The other aspect of it is that Democrats are just totally for killing innocent children, which we covered in yesterday's video with Senator Kennedy. Go check out that one if you haven't already. Democrats are just full abortion up to the point of birth. They will not answer the question. The reason why they're not answering the question is because that is what they're for, and so is the Biden administration. Well, check this out. The Department of Justice sued Tennessee on Wednesday over a state law prohibiting transgender hormone treatments and surgeries for minors. Not somebody that's of age, minors. Tennessee's ban on sex change treatments for minors violates the Equal Protection Clause, the DOJ said in a statement. The law discriminates against transgender youth diagnosed with gender dysphoria, blocking sex change treatments for them while allowing non-transgender minors access to the same or similar procedures. Quote, no person should be denied access to necessary medical care. Chopping off your genitals and giving you all this stuff that's irreversible is now necessary medical care just because of their transgender status, said Assistant Attorney General Kristen Clark, who leads the DOJ's Civil Rights Division. The right to consider your health and medically approved treatment options with your family and doctors is a right that everyone should have, including transgender children who are especially vulnerable to serious risks of depression, anxiety, and suicide. And by the way, the stats are on the side of when you lop off your genitals that suicide rate decreases. That's not on the side of them, but they're going to push it as if it is. The Civil Rights Division of the Justice Department will continue to aggressively challenge all forms of discrimination and unlawful barriers faced by the LGBTQI plus community. The Tennessee Republicans Governor Bill Lee hit back at President Joe Biden's DOJ in a statement to the Daily Wire. Quote, Tennessee is committed to protecting children from permanent, life-altering decisions. This is a federal overreach at its worst, and we will work with our attorney, basically their attorney general, to push back in court and stand up for children. Folks, this is so insane that you have an entire party, an entire group of people that as you're watching your 8-year-old eat toothpastes out of a jar or eat just paste in general, they're eating Elmer's glue at school, they don't know how to draw in between the lines correctly, that they're able to dictate whether they are a boy or girl. The same people that watch their own children do knucklehead things and make knucklehead decisions, that can't even balance a checkbook, that don't know anything about life, somehow know everything there is to know about gender, and that they're able to just swap between back and forth on genders whenever they want. And then when they go at 8 years old, I'm a girl, even though they're a boy biologically, I'm a girl, the parent goes, oh yeah, because they're Democrats. Oh yeah, no, you're a girl. Let's go ahead and lop that pee-pee off. You're never going to be able to actually procreate again. You're never going to be able to, if you're a woman, give birth. It just depends on whatever gender. This is insane. And it gets worse, you guys. It gets worse. I know you're like, how the hell could it get worse? Well, Trans Democrats' bill may allow Minnesota to treat pedophiles as a protected class. This is the Democrats, you guys. It's not Republicans. The Democrats want to abort your kids. They want to kill little children. They want to mutilate little children. And now they want to treat pedophiles as a protected class. This is Democrats. I'm trying to keep it together here, folks. It's so insane. I don't have any other word to describe it. I know I use that word a lot. Crazy and insane. Who the hell thought this would be a thing a while ago? Degenerates sexually attracted to children may soon enjoy special treatment as a protected class in the state of Minnesota on account of a new Democratic bill. Not Republican bill. Not Republican bill. Democratic bill. The Human Rights Act is the law prohibiting discrimination in, quote, employment, housing, public accommodations, public services, education, credit, and business, and is enforced by Minnesota Department of Human Rights. The act presently makes it clear in subdivision 44 under 363A.03 definitions that sexual orientation does not include a physical or sexual attachment to children by an adult. Transvestic state representative, Department of St. Paul, Democrat of St. Paul, forgive me, named, quote, Woman of the Year for Minnesota by USA Today, has introduced HF 1655, dubbed the Take Pride Act, which was reportedly incorporated in the Judiciary Policy Omnibus Bill. The state proposed of the bill is to amend the Human Rights Act. You might be going, well, what are they going to amend, Brad? What possibly could they be spending all this time on? Creating a separate definition for gender identity is what they're doing. Removing certain sections in the Human Rights Act that allows for discrimination based on sexual orientation and making a variety of other changes to existing law. The bill specifically targets subdivision 44 and would remove the clarification that sexual orientation, a protected class under the law, excludes pedophiles. Yes, you heard that correctly, folks. Let me reread that for you. You might go, I have to reread it because it seems so ludicrous that it seems like I'm making this up. Like I wrote this crap myself. I just pulled it out of thin air because it's so outlandish. The bill specifically targets subdivision 44 and would remove the clarification that sexual orientation, a protected class under the law, excludes pedophiles. Fink, the guy that's basically writing the bill, has defended his measure, suggesting that the clarification falsely insinuated a link between homosexuality and pedophilia. He told Fox News Digital that the measure updates outdated language that incorrectly ties pedophilia to a person's sexual orientation. Quote, nothing in the bill changes or weakens any crimes against children or the state's ability to prosecute those who break the law. Of course, pedophilia is not a sexual orientation. The language never should have been included in the statutory definition in the first place. Crimes against children are located in Minnesota's criminal statutes, and again, they remain unchanged. There are laws in the books concerning various crimes against children and sex crimes more generally, although it is unclear whether unactioned pedophilia might nevertheless be interpreted to enjoy protected status as a consequence of Fink's proposal. Red states indicated that while pedophilia is not in truth a sexual orientation, that is exactly what the language says. Alpha News reported that Republicans intend to strike back with an amendment underscoring that adults with a physical or sexual attachment to children are not a protected class under a Human Rights Act. Folks, this is the Democrat Party for you, and you need to understand this is a party that wants to kill innocent children through the use of abortion. They want to sit there and mutilate innocent children through the use of this trans movement. They want to sit there and indoctrinate your kids in the school system through CRT to make it seem like America is a racist country and is there to oppress people of color. I mean, the falsehoods that is being pushed by this party is insane. You have them wanting to now give pedophilia, or those that are pedophiles, a status of a protected class. People that are targeting children. Why do you think they want to do that? Why, folks? You notice it's trans Democrat. It's a trans Democrat bill because they want to sit there and go and target your children. It's all about children. And you constantly hear them go, I don't understand why Republicans are making all this stuff a big deal. We wouldn't make it a big deal if you would just leave the children alone. Leave them, for the love of God, leave them alone. Just teach them a basic education that they need to be successful in life. Stop trying to trans them. Stop trying to push all this LGBTQ stuff on them. If the parents want them to know about that, then the parent could teach them at home. That's what they can do. They don't need to learn about it in school. They could teach it on their own. It's insane. And Democrats are still going to vote Democrat and put Joe Biden in office in 2024. A guy that's brain's not working. We saw that in the first segment. That's why he needs a cheat sheet card. And we're supposed to pretend like it's normal in the same way we're supposed to pretend like somehow it's normal that somebody thinks that they're a woman when they're a biological male. And we're supposed to think it's normal now that pedophilias or pedophiles should be a protected class. Like we're supposed to treat that as normal. That it's okay, go after children. Nah, it's fine. I'm at a loss, man. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And when you talk to a Democrat about it, it's not a big deal to them. In the same way, when somebody burns down a building and loots a store, it's not a big deal. They just need it. They need to feed their kids. But they stole a bunch of lip balm. Like, how are they going to feed their kids with that? No, you don't understand. That's a form of reparations for them. They're gonna figure it out. They'll figure it out. It's none of your business. You're a white man. You oppress them. You oppress them. I didn't do anything. Well, no. Your color oppressed them. It's keeping them oppressed. They deserve that lip balm. Well, the other guy stole a bunch of toothpaste. Well, no. See, that's the form of reparations. Well, what? The guy stole freaking hairspray. You guys, this is what's happening. I know it sounds crazy. If you were to see this video 20 years ago, you'd be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? He's off his rocker. Well, it's 2023, folks, and things are about to get way worse because now pedophiles are being a protected class in Minnesota. It starts with Minnesota, goes to California, then it goes to Portland, Oregon, then it goes to Seattle, Washington. Who else knows where it's going to go? Another blue state, New York. Who the hell? I don't know, folks. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.